How have you liked, Cosmoverse compared to other bigger conferences?
Cosmoverse is very unique in a sense that it is like a bit of a smaller crowd when it comes to things like Token 2049 or some of these other events. But you get like direct access to some of the probably most notable people in the space.
That's true.
It's very easy to find them and actually have genuine conversations. Something that's actually really difficult at the larger conferences.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna get, to Vitalik or something like that. Yeah.
Right. A lot of like innovative ideas come out of Cosmoverse, or at least get unveiled here. And I always find that pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's really just like the real like die-hard crypto people, right?
Yeah.
So you have great conversation, you meet really smart people who are like building through the bear, but the energy isn't always as lively as when you're getting that like broader group of people that come through when things are going really well.
I just know like what interests you about Babylon, like what is it that really speaks to you?
Yeah, I mean with Babylon it's a couple things. I think the overall concept of it is brilliant, right? Like you have Bitcoin, which provides the best security that you can pretty much have in the blockchain world. And being able to leverage that in the proof of stake world, I think makes a lot of sense for a couple of reasons. Obviously, to bring more security to the networks. But then additionally, what I think is really interesting is that you can reduce the cost of securing a proof of stake network. And what I've learned at being in this space for so long is that the cost of security is actually really high for proof of stake chains.
Yeah.
So any way you can kind of reduce that but improve the security, it seems like a win-win.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
seems like a no-brainer, right? So,
Yeah.
because like to me, whenever you don't have Bitcoin security, you're having to start off with bad tokenomics.
Yeah.
Because you're having to, incentivize people to, hey, you need to come stake with us because you're gonna get this many rewards back to you.
Exactly.
But then it's putting like sell pressure. Like I just feel like it's not a good mixture.
Yeah, I mean you hit the nail on the head right there. Like it's not like a very it's not a very helpful relationship to say, hey, we'll incentivize massively for you to offer this security.
Yeah.
When in return they're running validators and infrastructure that costs money, and they're running a business.
Yeah.
So they need to be able to fund that, which requires them to sell the token.
Yeah.
So it is a bit of a misaligned in that sense. And I know a lot of chains, if you don't have a very strong narrative or a very strong backing, it can be difficult to incentivize this type of security, so you have to offer high inflation.
Yeah.
And I think we've all learned over the past couple cycles that high inflation typically results in erosion of price. So if you can avoid that, but then bolster your security through a proven mechanism, I think that offers a lot of value to not only the protocol itself from a security perspective,
Yeah.
but then to the holders of the token because they're not facing as much sell pressure.
So I want to thank you for talking a little bit about Babylon. I want to give you a chance to tell us a little bit about what's going on with Phi Labs.
Yeah, so Phi Labs is one of the core contributors. It's essentially the development company for Archway, which you probably know, but
Yeah.
just for people who may be listening. And Archway is really a layer 1 smart contract platform. It's a general purpose. You can really build anything on top of it. What I'd say is unique about Archway is how we distribute fees. A lot of people talk about fee monetization, and that's something that we've been working on and I'd say pioneered over the last 3 years. And what we're trying to do is really like subsidize the application layer through fees based on what they're actually bringing to the network. So not only splitting the fees that they're earning from the general gas fees, but also taking a share of inflation
Yeah.
and providing it back to these smart contracts or apps that are actually driving value to the chain. I think this is something that's starting to catch on, and I think what we're trying to do is build a sustainable economic protocol that can then also reward developers when they're bringing value to the chain. And things like, I think, reducing inflation for security allows us to then potentially utilize more of the actual emissions for things like applications,
Yeah.
which I believe are what drive the value to the chain, not the layer 1 itself. The layer 1 provides a lot of different tools, but I do think that without quality applications, a network will never be able to survive and become a sustainable blockchain.
Hearing you talk about fees makes sense why you had that opinion about Babylon
Yeah.
with the fees. So I see that it's close to you, and
Very much,
it means a lot. So yeah, just want to thank you for your time, Max. Just a little short interview.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, like I told you, you're always my go-to person.